Welcome to the Disability Services Office Implementing Accommodations at Kutztown University presentation. We hope that you had a relaxing and rewarding break. This presentation will review how to send your electronic accommodation letters to your course professors, as well as some guidance on how to implement approved academic accommodations here at KU. If you would like to talk privately with the Disability Services Office staff member about accommodations or implementing any approved academic accommodations, please send an email to dso@kutztown.edu, or you're welcome to call our office at 610-683-4108 to schedule an appointment. We are here and more than happy to help. During the fall and spring academic semesters, the Disability Services Office is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30 p.m. You're more than welcome to stop by if you have any questions or concerns. Implementing your academic accommodations is a very important two-step process that we encourage you to complete as early in the academic semester as possible in order to ensure that your approved academic accommodations are in place and able to use when needed. Additionally, please be aware that your approved accommodations cannot be utilized retroactively, which means you can only start to use your approved academic accommodations after you have sent a copy of your electronic accommodation letter to your assigned course professors so they are aware of what you're approved for through the Disability Services Office. And additionally, you should have a conversation with each of your course professors about how you plan to implement your approved academic accommodations within their specific classroom environment. So the first step of sending your accommodation letters to your course professors is going to start within your MyKU account. So you're going to want to log into MyKU using your Kutztown username and password. Additionally, once you are logged into MyKU, ensure that you are viewing your student homepage rather than the applicant homepage, as you'll only be able to send your letter through the student homepage. So once you're logged in and you're viewing the student homepage, you want to click on the KU Academic Services tile. It does have an image of two cartoon people with a little question and answer bubble posted above them. Once you click on the KU Academic Services tile, that should pull up a new web page for you that has a menu on the left side screen. From that left side screen menu, you want to select the DSO Accommodation Letter Request form. One additional note here as well. If you are using a cell phone or a mobile device or a tablet, this left side menu does not appear automatically. There are going to be two little vertical lines that you need to click on the left side screen of your cell phone or tablet in order to view this menu. So just be aware of that if you're not using a computer. Once you click on the DSO accommodation letter request form, there will pull up a couple agreement buttons that you will need to click on, as in, yes, I do want to send my accommodation letters to my course professors. And you will also need to click submit in order to submit your request to send your accommodation letters to your assigned course professors. An additional note, when you are going into MyKU to send your electronic letters to your course professors, if you notice that any courses do not have a specific faculty or professor assigned to the course, do not send your letter to that faculty member. So you want to respond no to send a letter to this professor, as there's not going to be a valid email address for the letter to go to if there's not a faculty member assigned to the course. If that is the case, you will want to return to the request form once a professor is assigned to the class, change the response from no to yes, and then resubmit the form. You don't have to resend the other letters that already went out to the assigned faculty. You just want to send it to the classes that did not have a professor assigned when you initially went to send your letters out. Once you hit the submit form in MyKU to send your academic accommodation letters to your course professors, your letters will be sent to your course professors via their KU email within 24 hours. Additionally, you will also receive an email in your student KU email account that confirms that your accommodation letters have been sent to your course professors. After you receive that confirmation email that states that your letters were sent to your course professors, that is when you can start to arrange a time to talk with your course professors about how your accommodations will be implemented in each of their courses. It is very important that you have a discussion with your course professors about how you plan to implement your accommodations to ensure that you and your professor are on the same page at the start of the semester. Discussions about your accommodations with your course professors can take place however you feel most comfortable. So that can be in person, through Zoom or another online learning platform, through phone or email. I will say phone is probably the hardest way to get in contact with course professors. You can certainly try that way, but it would probably most likely be easiest to try in person, or a virtual kind of Zoom meeting or email. There is no need to disclose the nature of your disability or to share your specific diagnosis with your course professors. That is not a requirement, but we do want you to be prepared to discuss the following with your course faculty members after sending your accommodation letters. So the first thing is, what are your approved academic accommodations? What are your learning needs? Are there any additional ways that your professor may be able to help you in the class? What are your strengths and areas of needs in the class? And what learning strategies have helped you most in the past? The next part of this presentation, we're going to go into a little bit more depth about certain approved academic accommodations and how they will be implemented. There are certain accommodations that do require additional steps every semester in order to implement them. So if you are a student who has been approved for the academic accommodation of a peer note taker and you want to implement that accommodation for a specific course, you need to complete the peer note taking request form available on the DSO website. For every course that you're requesting a peer note taker, you do need to fill out a separate peer note taking request form. Additionally, when filling out that form, you either want to have a copy of your syllabus with you, or you want to have already chatted with your course professor about what resources and supports are already provided in the course, as there are some questions about that you will need to complete on the peer note taking request form. If you have been approved for the electronic note-taking accommodation, also called Glean, and you would like to implement that accommodation, please be aware that there are training or tutorial sessions built into Glean that we would like you to watch before utilizing it within the classroom environment. You will receive an email in order to create an account with Glean, where you create your own username and your password. That information is not maintained by the DSO, so be sure to keep a copy of that information on hand for yourself. If you previously attended a training on electronic note-taking, you are not required to do another one, and your Glean account should still be active. But if for any reason you are not able to log into your Glean account, or it is saying that it is not active, then please send an email to dso@kutztown.edu. Some other accommodations that do require additional work on the end of students would be in our alternative format textbooks or electronic e-textbooks. So if you are approved for the e-textbook or alternative format textbook accommodation, you are expected to purchase or rent your own electronic versions of textbooks either through Kutztown University's bookstore or through a third-party vendor. Or if you have a Bookshare membership, which the Disability Services Office can assist you with creating. If you do require any assistance in obtaining an electronic version of your textbooks, please send an email to the Disability Services Office to let us know specifically what textbook you need assistance finding. If you have an accommodation for enlarged print or electronic materials, caption videos, or recording of class lectures, we do want you to have a conversation with your course professors prior to the start of classes. You can send an email to your course professors to let them know what you will need in class. Faculty email addresses can be found in MyKU. Additionally, on the Kutztown website, if you search for faculty names, you can type the last name of the faculty member, and that should pull up a web page that also has the faculty email address as well as their office location on campus. Some other brief important information is that fall classes began on Monday, August 28th at 8 a.m. for undergraduate students and 7 a.m. for our graduate students. If you are approved for testing accommodations, we kindly ask that you review our testing center policies, which are available in the Disability Service Office website. And finally, if you do experience any difficulty with accommodations or implementing accommodations, if you have any questions or concerns, please send an email to dso@kutztown.edu or call the office to schedule an appointment as soon as possible. We wish you a successful semester. And again, if you have any questions or concerns, you're welcome to reach out to the Disability Services Office. My name is Mackenzie. I am the director for the Disability Service Office. So if you would like to reach out to me directly, my email is mhollenb@kutztown.edu. Thank you for your time.